Okay, this is a hard one to share, just mainly because it's the word, bold. Yeah. It's a few years ago that I remember, being in prayer, the Lord telling me, Jacob, I have put revival inside of you. What does that mean, right? Some religious circles, some Christian circles understand that word. To others, it just kind of means, like a renewal, a refreshing, a kind of a restart. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really believe that when I heard it in my heart. Because the way the voice of God speaks to us is not audible. It's not loud. It's not always super clear. There's a process of learning his voice to each and every person specifically, because it's not always the same. The way God's voice sounds to me, or I hear it or sense it, isn't going to be the same for everyone necessarily. It takes place in the same spot within us, in our souls, in our mind, will, and emotions, in the place of creativity, in the place of our mind's eye. But like every story in the Bible, when you first start hearing it, it's like, is this God or am I going crazy? Is this God? And everybody always goes, God, prove it. If it's you, prove it. And God, because he understands the difficulty of trusting his voice, because he understands the nature of humanity that is fallen. We no longer have our, God-given ability to see all of reality. Now he gives it back to us slowly over time as we walk with Jesus, but, most of us are walking around completely blind, and all we can see is, the form of reality that's right in front of us. So God said to me a few years back, Jacob, I put revival in you. Yeah, that's how I feel. And I haven't believed it. I mean, I put it in my heart and remembered it, so I must have believed it a little bit. Actually, as I say that, it's kind of funny. I mean, that's kind of what Jesus is talking about when he says, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, that's all it takes. I mean, a mustard seed is microscopic. You cannot even barely notice it. It could be sitting on the ground in front of you and you'd walk right past it. But that's all it takes. Just the tiniest little bit of faith, and God blesses it and uses it. And over the last few years, it's been this kind of breaking free for me of all of my childhood trauma, and realizing that God didn't want me to just learn to relate to the child version of me, the inner child. He didn't want me to just relate to him. He didn't want me to just relate to all the different parts of me that had fractured from trauma. No, he wanted me to love them and let his love them back into integration, which means now, today, I'm sorry, I don't have an inner child anymore. If you've been in therapy for 8, 9, 10 years, and you're still talking to your inner child, you're not progressing. Jesus wants to heal the inner child, grow him or her up so that you're just one. You're just one internally. You're one with yourself. You're one with him. But trauma fractures us. And unfortunately, sometimes the modalities we use in mental health don't teach us to what integration actually is. It's kind of like we stop short of it. Anyway, that's a rabbit trail. Maybe that's related to somebody listening to this. Maybe it's not. But I was just driving today and I just felt God's spirit on me. If you've ever felt his spirit, you know how different it is than other things. It's not like an emotion. It's not like grief. If you've ever experienced evil or the demonic, it's not like that. That kind of a presence feels dark and heavy, like it's weighing you down. No, the Spirit of God is very, very different. It brings peace. It brings joy. It brings love. Or I should say. Scripturally, that's kind of how the Spirit of God's referred to. When the Holy Spirit begins to do something in you, sometimes he will begin to break your heart for people. Maybe it's a specific person that he wants you to pray for. It could be your city, could be your family, could be the world. That's just whatever your specific, purpose is, he will begin to break your heart for that. And when he does that, it's like this inner tearing that happens in your soul. It feels like the picture, the broken heart where the heart just kind of rips in half and has a jagged line in between. It feels like God is literally breaking your heart, but yet you're not filled with grief. You're not filled with anxiety. You're not filled with the negative things. You're filled with just this heart-wrenching compassion for people. And when that happens, just don't do this right now. You can't look at the homeless people in your society anymore and just ignore them. You can't pretend it's okay. You understand that poverty and homelessness are a symptom of a nation that is out of alignment, that is broken, and that has been going the wrong direction. You can't look at people with identity problems the same way. You can't look at war the same way. You cannot. And then God says, what are you going to do about it? And most of the time he shows you what you're going to do about it. But he put something inside of you to do something about it. Some of you have brilliant ideas of how to combat homelessness. Some of you have brilliant ideas laying dormant within you of how to fix the identity crisis of America. Some of you have brilliant, inspired ideas inside of you to start a business or to start a school or to start a nonprofit or to fill in the blank. It's lying in there, and the Lord just needs to break your heart so it can come out. And you have to ask Holy Spirit to just be like, please come meet with me. Give me your heart. God, give me your eyes for this world. Because God doesn't ignore this world. People ignore this world. But the problem is we don't realize that as people, God gave us authority to decide how the world goes, where the world goes. And he will not overstep that authority until that one day we all know is coming. Deep down in our hearts, even if we don't want to admit it. You have to step into partnership with God to change what is happening. Stop complaining. Stop fighting. Stop backbiting. Stop gossiping. Stop performing witchcraft. Stop trying all these stupid things that only lead to more chaos and more division. You have to get in the presence of God, which he's always present, so it's not hard. You just have to ask him to open your eyes to it and let him lead you. Because the thing the Lord just spoke to me was that each and every one of you have revival inside of you. You see, that wasn't a message just for me. It was a message for everyone who will listen. You have revival inside of you. You have something that is going to renew the earth, that is going to renew your nation, that is going to renew your community, your family, your state. It's inside of you. And it's just waiting dormant for the spark of the divine that comes to you through Jesus Christ by his Holy Spirit. Believe it. Believe it today. Friends, it's time. It's time to move. You can't keep sitting on your hands. It's time. God bless.
Too afraid to be hurt.